bad, negative things about yourself.
That's
what you'll read.
Yeah, all the time. And it's visionary, it's visualization, it's seeing yourself in the future, seeing yourself as that better person, seeing yourself. I had to see myself as an author. I had to be an author before I became an author. To become an author. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so it's putting yourself in that place beforehand and then stepping up to that place.
Yeah. So what do you want people to get from the book? What is the one message that you'd like people to take away from reading it?
Believing in yourself, believing in yourself, definitely. And I just feel that, like you're saying, it's one of the most important things that we need to do. So believing in yourself, definitely, and just saying to yourself, you can do anything that you put your mind to. And where we see these like celebrities and big earners, they're just normal people, and it's seeing you as the same as them, and not kind of like, you know, self-sabotaging yourself and saying, oh, you know, I can't do this, I can't do that. It's seeing yourself in the same light as everyone. You know, we all have the same 24 hours.
Yeah.
You've got to make the most of what you can do. If you've got a talent, if you've got a skill, push yourself, like work on it, push yourself and perfect it, and you cannot give up. It's just persistent and belief, and then literally magic happens, like I said.
I think there's quite a growing movement now towards solidarity between women, and not just, well, women overall, but also within the black community. There seems to be quite a lot of bonding going on now, and women are kind of supporting each other a lot more. Do you think that that's something we should be building on? Do you think we need to do more of that?
Definitely. I think we become stronger like that. In terms of black women, we become stronger as a group of women when we support each other. And I just feel that we're all here because of women. You know, I'm very like I'm not a feminist or anything, but I'm very, you know, pro-women, and I'm for the movement of it. So I really believe that if you support each other, you know, we can come together and do really big things.
I like the way you said I'm not a feminist, because this is another debate actually that I want to have, and I did speak a bit to Chloe about it because I was hoping that we'd get a man in today so that he could discuss feminism with us and toxic masculinity and all of these kind of things that people are really talking about now. And I think feminism has kind of become a bit of a bad word. Like, no one really wants to
you don't
admit that they are one. Like, you don't, even if you agree with the general rules of it, which I do, I still wouldn't call myself one, because it's kind of like there's all these negative connotations attached to the word.
It's like a private cult now.
It is.
I don't know why it should even be negative. I think you should be proud to be able to say that you are, but I love all the feminism stuff, so.
You see, I'm like, no, I'm not a feminist. Because it's the radicalness that I see.
Yeah,
you know, I feel like I don't agree with everything, so some stuff is quite radical, and I'm just like, oh, whoa, I wouldn't take it that far.
Yeah, but there is that.
Yeah.
Because I think that's kind of putting people off, because now it's kind of like you can't say or do anything because somebody somewhere is going to be offended and then you're going to lose your job or be in the middle of an internet storm, and then it's all just going to go a bit left. So yeah, it's kind of an awkward place that we're in. And also I think in the black community, a lot of black men feel as though feminism is kind of, will be our downfall, because it's kind of, they're looking at it, I think, in the wrong way. Because if you're a man and you've got a mom or a sister or a daughter, then you should want these things for them. You should want them to get equal pay. You should want them to not be disrespected or for all that kind of stuff to happen. So I think because of like the things that grab the headlines, and because a lot of the European kind of feminism, it kind of puts people in the black community off from being involved in it or actively claiming to be a part of it. So it's a bit of a strange one, but the basic principles I think most people should be able to get behind. But what are you working on now?
Oh gosh, quite a few things. So at the minute I'm trying to take my book into a few schools, because I feel that getting to the young people whilst they're still young is something that I would have appreciated when I was younger.
Yeah.
So I've been to a few schools already, and I've done workshops in the schools with the young people, and then I've given them signed copies of the book. So I'm trying to push that more, and I want to get into all the schools in Birmingham, all the secondary schools. I'm also working on the second book at the minute. I'm writing.
Yeah.
I've just like woke up one morning and I was like, oh my gosh, that idea is like I had an idea of what I was doing, but it kind of just came to my head and I was like, I need to write. And I think when I'm in that space, I just kind of need to be left. So I might be a bit blank, a bit scarce for the next couple of months because I am going to be writing book number 2. And I'm trying to get some sort of like screenplay going on for the book. I'm on an advertisement at the minute. So yeah, I need to kind of get some like advertisement developed and some sort of like screenplay for the book. But I don't know where I'm going with that. That's more like a long-term goal.
Yeah.
At the minute, it's just getting the book out, pushing it to young people in schools. A few prisons have been in contact with some of the prison governors to go into the younger prisons. Yeah, and that's what I want to do really. I just want to help as much young people to kind of fulfil their potential of starting their own businesses, or do you know what I mean? And that's basically what I'm trying to do at the minute, yeah.
So how can people connect with you if they're interested in either buying the book or just keeping up to date with what you're up to?
Okay, so it's at The Hood Entrepreneur on Instagram and Facebook. And they can connect to me. I've got a website which is www.thehoodentrepreneur.com. You can purchase the book on there. You can see what I've been up to via that. And yeah, literally just message me. I'm always available to talk at the minute. Get me